Mukbang, a mukbangin', mukbang, a mukbangin', mukbang. Oh, we hangin', we bang, oh, we bangin'. Oh, we have homemade Crunch Wrap Supremes, y'all. With jalapeno lime chips. Yummy freaking delicious. Who want a yummy bite? And I have my cilantro lime sauce to dip. Dip, baby, dip. What's up, Yummy Biters? Welcome back to another episode of Yummybitestv. Y'all, we have homemade Crunch Wrap Supreme. This is my first time making this, y'all. Hope it turned out right. I had a hard time closing the wrap up, but it's all good, y'all. Oh, I'm drinking water today. Yes, y'all. My ice melted, y'all. That's how hot it is. Okay. Marsha?
Oh, I'm drinking strawberry watermelon juicy juice.
All right, let's pray.
Asking God to bless His foods. We give thanks. A to the man.
A to the man. Okay. We got a good old homemade Crunch Wrap Supreme, baby. Let me get my Tabasco ready and my cilantro lime. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Mmm. You like it?
That's pretty good.
Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Mmm. Delicious. Happy Taco Tuesday. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. So there's meat, ground turkey, lettuce, cheese, tostada, pico, and did I miss anything?
And then you wrap it in a flour tortilla. Huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mmm. 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 I'm definitely doing this again. Mmm. This is delicious.
Is this, do Mexicans eat these too, or is this a Taco Bell creation?
Taco Bell. I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, honey. Y'all, look at this. Look at that. Delicious. Mmm. 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 Y'all, there's so much going on. Like, I was trying to like look for something happy to talk about.
Y'all hear about that man that him and his son was walking down the road. They had to walk to go get gas. They was coming back with the gas can. And I guess somebody came around the corner too fast and hit and killed the man's son. He was a teenager. The man had a gun on him, I guess. Promptly proceeded to execute the driver, you know what I'm saying, who killed his son. You know what I'm saying? Life for a life real quick. And then jumped.
He didn't do it immediately, did he?
Yeah.
He did?
Because then he jumped in the car, in his car. Terrible situation.
Really? Did you hear about the young man, the young black boy? I think he was 14. And was this Atlanta? Anyway, So a teenage boy, his dad tells him to go and take out the trash. I know y'all done probably seen this story. Tells him to take out the trash, and next thing you know, he didn't come back. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he should have come back from the trash. So his dad comes outside, his son is handcuffed. They looking for somebody that fit this. Anyway, they had the wrong person. This boy is in handcuffs. He is traumatized. Like, and then, you know, they figure out they had the wrong person.
Wow. So
they did like an interview. They did an interview with him. Hold up. Let me see if, oh, there you go.
When it happened, I was really, like, shocked.
12, not 14.
About, like, the situation and how it happened.
This morning, 12-year-old Tayshawn Bernard speaking out for the first time after being handcuffed and detained by Lansing, Michigan police while taking out the trash in what authorities are calling a case of mistaken identity.
And right now, I'm feeling just the same way. Like, just really shocked how, you know, how this came to this circumstance.
You sure don't look like a threat.
So don't sound like one either.
Cell phone video of the incident seen by millions, sparking outrage and a demand for answers.
I was so mad I didn't want to hear anything.
His father, Michael Bernard, horrified and disgusted.
In this time and era in America, I am scared for anything to happen to my son.
Michael says it all started when he asked his son to take the trash out to the dumpster at their apartment complex last Thursday.
He was taking out his trash, huh?
When the preteen didn't return after being gone for several minutes, the father says he looked outside to find Tayshawn surrounded by police.
That's crazy.
Police surrounding, so I dropped what I had in my hand and rushed downstairs, and I said to the police officer, I said, why you have my son in handcuffs? What's the problem?
Tayshawn was released moments later, but visibly shaken, turning his back to officers as his father, seen here visibly upset as well, continuing to chastise officers as a neighbor continues to record.
I'm just questioning the issue of his son that to take the garbage down. That's what he did. You get what I'm saying? And that's a problem that traumatized my son. It's still puzzling to know. You ask a question, what have I done?
The Lansing Police Department posted on Facebook, our officers was pursuing a suspect in a string of Kia thefts wearing neon shorts and a white shirt. A different officer was in the area and saw Tayshawn wearing a very similar outfit and put cuffs on him. Attorneys for the boy say Tayshawn did not have on a white shirt.
The shirt that he was wearing was a light gray or a light bluish color shirt. There's no mistaking if you see that shirt.
The department continuing, our hope is we can put this unfortunate case of wrong place, wrong time behind us and continue to represent the community that we serve. And the police chief later posting a separate apology. This morning, the Bernard family wanted accountability and says they are keeping all options on the table, including the possibility of filing a lawsuit.
That's right.
I want justice for my son. Justice.
When it happened,
Because his son is not going to want to probably go outside no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure his dad is not going to be sending him to the trash can anymore. Like, you know. But thank God it didn't end up horrible. You know, thank God his dad went outside and checked out.
Thank God he didn't get murdered.
Because you never know how something is going to go. But, and then to piggyback off of that, did y'all hear about the guy in Applebee's? He was with his family in Applebee's. The police officers was looking for somebody who did a hit and run or something like that. And the caller said that they fled to Applebee's, right? So cops get in there. They rush this dude. He's holding his baby. This is an infant baby, okay? An infant. And oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. This baby's an infant. They rush him. They tackle him to the floor. He's going to the bathroom, right, to change the baby's diaper. He going to the bathroom to change. They get in there. They tackle him to the floor with the baby in his hands. The baby's head allegedly hits one of the tables. And then here comes, I believe, the manager of Applebee's. Y'all was either Applebee's or Chili's, one of them. The manager of Applebee's comes and takes the baby, right? Because the man didn't want the baby to go anywhere. He wanted to hold the baby. He was like, "What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do anything." He's telling, the cops. I didn't do anything. The cops tackle him with the baby in his hands, and they talking about they wanted him to give them the baby, and he was like, no, he didn't want them to have his baby. But anyway, the manager of Applebee's took the baby, and so just remember that, okay? Remember that. So even though they found out this was not the dude, okay? This is not the people who did the hit and run. This was not him. They charged him anyway for resisting arrest, even though he wasn't the one that even was supposed to be arrested. Y'all, then, okay, I hope he sues the pants off of them. Then the manager of the restaurant gets fired because they said Applebee's, I believe it was Applebee's, said that she was not representing the company right, or she wasn't, she was making the company look bad or something like that. She had been there for 10 years. I'm like, wow. They must have wanted to get rid of her because, like, what in the hell did she do wrong? I'm trying to figure it out. Take the baby? Like, she was concerned about the baby getting hurt by these stupid police officers that didn't care.
So, did she take the baby from the man against his will?
No. He was trying to help.
That's crazy. Wow. What a crazy... What a...
Yeah. Yeah.
Golly, this is not the place to be, bro.
Yo, look at that. Anyway, so... Yeah.
Yeah, it got to be a lawsuit come with that for sure.
I would definitely file one.
Make me rich, like
okay.
Too Short. Bitch. Make me
can
rich.
We
Excuse me.
Down? You ain't gonna never believe this story, though.
What?
I never saw this movie, but...
So this entire movie is based on a lie? The Blind Side about these...
The Blind Side. Did you ever see that movie? I know one of y'all probably did. The Blind Side. Now, I'm just going to... Basically, it was this, I guess, this young black man. I don't know how old he was when he went to go live with this white family, but he was young. And they raised him, and they said, they adopted him. Supposedly, they adopted him, and like he was like an athlete. He had like an athlete build, so they knew that he was gonna be something. They put him, in football. And
you said they adopted him?
Yeah, supposedly that's what he was told. He was told that he got adopted, that he was adopted, right? Mm-hmm. But little did he know, he signed papers. They weren't adoption papers. They had him sign it, I believe, when he was 18. So they must have took him in when he was 18, I guess. Anyway. They had him sign papers, but it wasn't adoption papers. And he didn't know this. And he said he doesn't even recall signing the papers. Anyway, it was for a conservatorship. So these people who call themselves wanting to help him out, and he's family or whatever, and they lied to him and said that they had adopted him. Anyway, he found out years later that he was never adopted. It was a conservatorship. So basically, he made it to the NFL, right? And Leia, he made it to the NFL, right? And let me just let y'all hear.
Well-meaning white family that took in this black kid, not because of his ability, not because he was seen as a future NFL prospect, but because they had love and humanity. There are reports announcement came out. Michael Orr, former NFL player and subject of the Blind Side movie, alleges his entire adoption was a lie. This comes directly from the ESPN page right here. Retired NFL player Michael Orr, whose supposed adoption out of grinding poverty by a wealthy white family was immortalized in the 2009 movie The Blind Side, petitioned a Tennessee court Monday with allegations with a central element of the story was a lie concocted by the family to enrich themselves at his expense.
Listen to this. So the movie was based on him, right? But guess who got paid? He got not $1 from that movie. His supposed adoptive parents got the money, and their 2 kids. Their 2 natural kids. They put in a contract to where they would get paid and their kids would get paid, but not him. Okay?
Wow.
Not him. So they go on to
because his money was going into their name because they had conservatorship over him.
Exactly.
So then they was responsible for giving him whatever they want to give him after they done took in what's his.
Exactly. So, but he had no freaking clue. And then it's a whole lot of other stuff that they, you know, made money off of that he got no rights to. But they made sure they put their 2 kids on whatever it was so they can get percentages of his money that he should have been getting.
The 14-page petition filed the Shelby County Probate Court alleges that the Sean and Leah Ann Tui, whatever their name is, who took more into their home and high school student, never adopted him. They bamboozled him. Man, Orr is writing the courts to ask them to end the Tui's conservatorship and issue an injunction banning for them using his name and his likeness. These folks been able to make business decisions on his behalf and his name because they tricked him into thinking they were adopting him, but in actuality, they Britney Spears this man. I mean, when Britney Spears was on there, when she couldn't make no decisions for herself and her daddy played her, that's what they did to Michael Orr. Reports also say that he's seeking the full counting of the money that the Tui's earned using his name, and to have the couple pay him his fair share of profits as well as unspecified compensatory and punitive damages. And of course, the family did not immediately return any phone calls to ESPN on Monday. And this is wild, right? They never adopted him, instead tricking him into signing a document making them his conservators and enriching themselves. What in the 12...
Why did he sign some papers to let these people adopt him when he a grown-ass man?
I don't know. For some reason, I don't think that he signed the... I don't know. He didn't.
Somebody come adopt you for it, bro. Like, some people is known to
I'm
not be
pretty
trustworthy.
sure that he just wanted a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine? I don't know what happened with his natural family, but I'm pretty sure he was just desperate for love.
If you done made it to 18, then goddamn, you done shit. You what? You didn't what? You didn't.
But those were the people who took care of him, though. You see what I'm saying?
I guess so.
That's who took care of him. So he trusted them. Like, who else could he trust? I'm pretty sure there was nobody else.
We gotta learn how to, you know what I'm saying? How many times people gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, show themselves to be untrustworthy before folk gonna realize they ain't trustworthy.
But they was doing all this stuff behind his back.
Exactly. That's how they operate, in secrecy and trickery. Goddamn devils.
Like, this is sick. That is sick. That is so sad. Like, I wonder what kind of money he has. Like, was he getting his money from the NFL or was it going to them? Then the movie, The Blind Side, made over $300 million.
And he ain't get none of it.
None of it. Not one red dime.
Oh, my God.
But they got money. Them and their children got the money.
The father of lies is your creator.
I hope to God that they have to pay back every red dime.
That's terrible, bro. Look how big he is, too. Saying that. How you let them... What's a wicked... Oh, my God. People who entangle wickedness in where it's supposed to be love, pretend to love you and be for you, but are the whole time using you. What?
Just evil.
How could you look somebody in their face and be around
and
them
tell them that you love them? Because I'm pretty sure they said that.
Believable, because he obviously believed them. Like, or how could you two-facedly love somebody but take advantage of him at the same time? You must have thought less of him. Like
Really?
he ain't even, his mind ain't even capable of running himself. Let me run him. And as a matter of fact, you know
Exactly.
what? He don't need shit.
Oh, he
They
doesn't
treated
know.
him like a slave. They slaved him out. Not Britney Spears. They straight tobied him out.
Guess what I heard too? Somebody had made a TikTok about this, y'all. I wish I could find it, but I don't have time. It was, oh my God, who was talking? It was somebody made a TikTok, and I think maybe he was a football player or something. Anyway, he said that their coaches would tell them, like if they had a black girlfriend, if they were black and they had a black girlfriend, that's not a good look. You need to let her go or whatever. And they would basically tell them that they need to date white girls. We wonder why every time a black athlete comes out, they're always dating a white girl. They end up marrying a white girl. And that is why they are literally trained that way, allegedly, okay? While they're playing.
Who telling that? The coaches?
The coaches, yep.
They need to, what the hell?
Yep.
Who cares
And
for
then
shit?
a
Who
bunch
even
of
knows
football
who they
players.
sleeping with? They sleep with all kind of women. Nobody don't be giving a damn who football players sleep with. They sleeping with everybody.
What do you mean? Are you trying to say that's not true?
I'm saying I don't know if I believe that because that don't make sense. Like,
I definitely
why would the
believe
coaches
it.
be giving a damn about who the players is with? Like, who gives a shit about that? Men
Well,
don't care about that.
it doesn't.
Only women care about that shit.
Well, obviously they did, because I don't think that this is a made-up story. And then a bunch of football players came in the comments and was like, yep, my coach did the same thing. Exactly. They not lying. They're not lying.
It wouldn't be a good look where? I've never even, who even knows who a player's with? Where's that at?
Because, what
Where's
do you
that
mean?
at?
They'll come to the football game.
But they sitting in the audience amongst other people. Who gives a damn? Who knows what random woman in the crowd is there for what random guy with a helmet on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that.
Like, what is your argument? Because the
I
coaches
don't see
know
why
everything.
that is of importance.
Well, it might not be important to you, but it obviously
It doesn't even
is
have a
to-
platform. Like, how does anybody even know who a man is with that's on the field? Or who his woman is?
Easily.
Like, without doing digging and being all that type
You
of
don't
person.
have to dig. Like, they be at every game, every practice. They probably picking them up. They probably going to whatever dances, you know, the football players may have get-togethers, and they bring their girlfriends. Like, you just, like, you know. And the coaches, they know their players. Personally. They know the families, all that. When you play in sports, the coach knows your family. Especially in football. So, yeah. I was like, what? I was shocked. I had no clue that stuff like that happened. But, anyway.
That's crazy.
Yep. What else, y'all? So much going on. What is this? What is this?
So, Woah Vicky.
Y'all. I haven't even been watching, what is Baddies? I haven't even been watching it, y'all. But somebody made a video. Y'all know Woah Vicky joined the cast. Do you know who Woah Vicky is? That white girl? Joined the cast, y'all. And she had, allegedly, in her, in her contract, she had in there that she could not be touched. Like, could nobody jump her? Could nobody fight her at all? And that makes sense, because who is Woah Vicky fight? First of all, she's a Christian. I'm trying to figure out, why are you on that ratchet show as a Christian girl?
Is Woah Vicky just suddenly a Christian? Because I ain't never knew Woah
Honey,
Vicky
she
to be
been
nothing
turned
about
her
no
life
Christian.
around. She been turned her life around. That's all she
make
talk
Christian
about
music
is
now?
Jesus. She doesn't even make music. Like, all she talks about is Jesus on her platforms.
Yeah, she
when
definitely
I see
ain't had no business going on that show then.
Exactly.
The hell?
But-
you don't watch that show no more?
Mm-mm. She probably felt like, I'm about to go see what's up now, but she probably thought she was safe because she had that in her contract. But anyway, something happened, and the contract was broken. Krishan allegedly did something to her, assaulted her, and Woah Vicky done pressed charges on Krishan. pregnant Krishan. I don't even know why. Why is she even on the show, pregnant?
Assaulting people.
Fighting. Like, what are you doing? Like, I thought she had turned her life around.
That whole show is toxic. Like, all of that, like, the producers put toxic women in toxic situations. They help to create toxic situations. They instigate the toxic situations so they can capitalize off the toxicity because the world can't get enough of it.
That's exactly what they're doing, too. But now, Krishan's in some real trouble. She done put her hands on the wrong person.
Man, what's some little hands on somebody assault y'all?
Because don't nobody do that. All them girls on there, nobody files charges. You know, they fight.
Yeah, what I'm saying, that's a little charge. What's that? That ain't nothing. Ain't like she in some big trouble. You know, like,
but you gotta think about other charges that she done had. She might have had other charges, which might make that assault worse. You can't just start. You just can't.
That's wrong of them.
Doing stuff.
That's evil for them to even reach out and invite that girl to be on the show, knowing that she is trying to be a Christian or whatever, and you finna throw her in this toxic community. And
first of all, don't blame it on them.
Of course, no. I blame it totally on them, bro. Please.
What? Bro, she is the one who
The people
agreed.
who produce those shows are puppet masters for disaster. They capitalize on this shit. That's what it's all about. Please don't believe that. Don't think that they not responsible. To that. Like, that's the whole plan. Before they ever hired one woman to be on there, they already knew what kind of show they was gonna create. Yeah, right? And the people that's on there are just the pawns.
The show was already what it was.
The producers are responsible for producing that shit like that. Yeah, the people weak enough to fall into it, you know what I'm saying? They on there with that low vibrational shit.
I don't blame them. I blame Woah Vicky because she knew daggone well what she was getting herself into. Even though she had the clause in her contract. Oh, well. You knew what you were doing. You knew what kind of show that was, first of all. They're not going to change the show for you. Like, and then I heard that apparently they locked her in a room or something so security wouldn't even come in there.
And wait, she can't sue Krishan. If she signed a contract with the producers of the show for her to not get hit, then damn it, they the ones who broke the contract. Yeah, she can file charges on Krishan, but if she gonna sue somebody, Krishan don't owe her shit. Krishan ain't had no goddamn contract with her. It was the producers of the show.
Yeah, you're right.
Vicky might have went on there with that damn in mind that, you know what, I'm gonna put a clause in here that, you know, I don't want nobody to hit me, knowing full and damn well that when she go on there, she gonna get hit, and it's so she could turn around, hit him with a lawsuit right back, tit for tat. People do shit like that.
Well, they need to take Woah Vicky off the show right now. Like, she needs to get off the show. They need to replace her and put somebody else on there. Because everybody, when I saw her, I'm like, what is she gonna bring to the show? Like, what is she gonna bring?
Well, it's because she's Woah Vicky. People know who that is. You know, it's a known name.
But people know her as
Ratchet
what do you call it?
Appropriator.
Like, that's what people know.
Appropriator? What that mean?
Yeah, cultural appropriator. Like, she.
What, like a culture vulture?
Yeah, trying to be black. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Woah Vicky was accepted. That's what I thought. For her music and being like a black white girl.
Can you name a song? Because I don't know of any songs of hers.
I mean, how else? I know the fact that I know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Like she.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, she is popular.
And I seen it and I was like, okay, she's one of them. We all know girls like this. We didn't run into people like that before. She's like a white black girl. She's like a black girl, but she white. She grew up in the ghetto with black people, went to a black school, but she a white girl. But she black.
She? Like, do we know this as a fact?
She got that black soul.
I don't know. I don't know if
that's
she
what
went
I
to
got
a black
from
school or what.
I mean, that's how people like that are created. Whether they boy or girl, they grow up around, you know what I'm saying? It could be Chinese or something. And they grow up and they be like one of us.
Because, like, when I hear her talk around anybody, she sounds the same. It's not like she changes up her voice
that's who she really
for
is.
Anybody. People have said that she does, but every time I hear her talk, she's talking the same way, you know. It may be a little stronger when she get around black people, but it's still the same, you know? Yeah. So guess who's facing the music now. You know those officers that beat those 2 black guys and, you know, was, assaulting them with stuff. Yeah.
Moments ago, 6 former Mississippi police officers had back in court. They've already pleaded guilty to federal charges of torturing 2 black men. Well, now they are staring down state charges. Prosecutors say the suspects, all of whom are white, called themselves the Goon Squad because of the excessive force that they've used.
Okay, this has been heart-wrenching for those victims. They, for quite some time, have been trying to get anyone to listen to them about what they experienced on that night. 2 hours of torture. When you think about having oil spilled on your body, eggs thrown at you while you recall the N-word over and over. For quite some time, these men were trying to get someone to pay attention. Now, look, this is the first time we've actually seen these men in court because that first case was a federal trial. And as you know, can't get cameras in there. But this is a state court case. They call themselves the Goon Squad, and it was their job to go out and dispense justice the way they wanted to. In
what
fact,
does that
at
mean?
one point, they even tried to sexually assault these men, and they used their tasers over and over again to see who had the most powerful taser.
I crawled here to this spot, and they started beating me here and tasing me. As you can see, you know, blood spots now. And my blood spots there.
Damn.
That was Eddie Parker and Michael Jenkins. When you think about Michael Jenkins, at one point, one of these officers who's admitted to this took out a gun, and they believed they had cleared the gun. They put it in his mouth, and they pulled the trigger. He cleared the gun again and put it back in his mouth.
They did it twice.
And pulled the trigger. At that point, it shot through his tongue and exited his neck. That's why he has trouble talking to this day. He'll be dealing with this for the rest of his life.
Moments ago, 6 former Mississippi police officers.
They're going to get paid. Thank God they survived it. Like, those officers could have killed them.
Yeah.
And then acting like, oh, then wait a minute. He left out some information. They tried to put drugs on them so they could, you know, act like it was justified or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they put drugs on them. Anyway, but thank God that they, you know, survived that. And, you know, first they wasn't even showing the officers' faces. Now they're showing their faces. Like, but what's the worst that they could get, though? They're not going to go to jail for the rest of their life, which I think that's what they deserve, you know? But, yeah, thank God that there's going to be some type of justice.
It's terrible. What's scary is that there's so many more like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It need to be a whole cleansing of all these police departments, you know. Because, man, it's so many. It was the Scorpion Union in Memphis.
Yep,
this
exactly.
Is Memphis too?
No, this is Mississippi.
Mississippi, the Goon Squad. Like, this shit is not... Wow. They like gangs. Police gangs. They break the law. They think they're above the law. That shit is a real problem.
Yeah.
And they expected to uphold the law. That's what make it even so worse. You know, it's one thing to be, you know, above the law.
But did you hear what they said? That they were able to go out and what did they say? Something about to where the oh my God, you know what they said about them going out to handle the law the way that they see fit. Like, what does that mean? The way that they see fit, like, isn't there like a...
That means they do what they want to do. Like, that means basically breaking the law if you feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what they did to them, you know?
Freaking wow.
And they was doing all that to get them to do what? Confess to something? Why was they torturing the men?
I have no freaking clue. No. Oh, I heard, now this is alleged, that they were messing. Oh, somebody called them. A neighbor called them saying that it was 2 black men living with a white girl. And yeah, this is what I heard. That that's what the caller had said. They was concerned about that, and that's why they showed up. because it was two black men living
Imagine that
with
shit.
a
What
white
a
girl.
racist damn police department that somebody
Now,
can
remember,
call and
it's
say that shit.
Mississippi.
But it's 2023. But if
But
somebody
it's
can call and say that
Mississippi.
shit, that lets you know how back far in time they are. That's
Yeah.
crazy. The police gonna show up because two black men can't live with a white woman. Like, what the fuck? Bro,
I guess they said not in Mississippi.
Boy,
I don't know.
That place is like Sodom and Gomorrah. It ain't no saving that motherfucker. That doesn't how they discarded.
I remember when because my dad is he grew up in Mississippi, and when we was kids, it just seemed like it was like
You remember going out
it
there?
wasn't up to date. You know what I'm saying? Even back then,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was like everybody was still living the olden ways, and you know, what'd you say?
I asked you if you remember going out there.
Yeah, I remember. I'll never forget that. We visited one time, and that was it. That was the last time we ever went to Mississippi. But yeah. Anyway, one more story, y'all. Now, this is in Florida, so I'm not that freaking surprised. But this is what some of the schools out there are teaching the kids, y'all, about strangers. About if a stranger approaches you. I don't know if y'all seen this or not. Listen
Here's a
to
PSA,
this.
and I believe you should share this with everyone, your friends, your family, even if you think that they know not to do this. Share to save a life. If you see a person on the side of the road, whether it's an elderly person...
I'm sorry, that's not even it. That's not even it. Is this it? Yeah, this is it.
Alexa, turn my light on.
Girl, ain't nobody got time for
I'm
all
gonna
that.
show y'all a disturbing ass video. I played this video for my 8-year-old daughter just now, and she confirmed it. She just went to the 3rd grade. She said, "Mommy, they've been teaching us this since the kindergarten."
Did y'all hear that? This mother showed her daughter this video. And after she showed her, she was like, "Mama, they've been teaching us that since kindergarten." This young lady is in the 3rd grade. They've been teaching these kids this. Listen, this is about when a stranger approaches you or dealing with strangers, whatever. Listen.
What? I'm fucking shook. I'm shook. I'm shook. Okay? Sit your kids down right now and you better ask them. I'm in Florida. I don't know what they're doing in your state. Florida. Apparently they're doing this shit here. And they've been doing it for a while.
A long time.
Somebody sent me these pamphlets. What they giving kids in school. Look at this real quick and talk about this. What to do if a stranger comes up to you on the street.
What to do if a stranger comes up to you on the street?
First of all, I don't like the way that look. You open it up. It says here, do not be afraid. If a stranger walks up to you, no need to be scared.
Do not be afraid if a stranger walks up to you. No need to be afraid. They usually don't mean any harm. Do not scream or cry. This can hurt the person's feelings. They're telling kids this about strangers that walk up to them. Do not what?
Do not scream or cry. This can hurt the person's feelings. Do not call them late.
Do not call them late.
You didn't let him finish.
This can be just as offensive.
This can be just as offensive. That wasn't like. Do not call them late. Maybe this thing got his words wrong. Anyway,
was a recording of somebody's trip. Oh my God!
they said it can be as offensive as the N-word. What?
Offensive as the N-word. Say that ass right now. Try to get to know him better.
Try to get to know him better, and they're saying him. I wonder why they're not saying the stranger. They're literally saying him. Try to get to know him better. He just wants to make new friends, just like you.
And they're showing a grown man on the ground with some kids.
They're showing a grown man. Do y'all see this?
What the hell?
With a child.
That's
what I don't understand.
I feel like this ain't even. This can't be real.
I know. It makes you think that it's not real.
They should, whoever's putting this shit out should be fucking arrested for teaching this shit to kids. The superintendent. They need to all be locked up.
That's why it's a lot of people on TikTok that live in Florida that are homeschooling their kids. A whole lot.
They need to be arrested, bruh. For grooming children to be
That's
goddamn
exactly
kidnapped and abducted. That's what they are, grooming children to be easy abductions.
Yep. That's exactly what this is. Hold on. With kids. This is is that a book or is that a pamphlet?
Like a pamphlet.
So what happened to don't talk to strangers?
They are
like, what happened to that?
The devil and his minions are running the world.
Running rampant.
It's obvious when they putting shit out like this and it's put forth at the schools. That's why, dog, all of these, woo, man, it's scary when you realize you really live in the belly of the beast. Mm-hmm. You understand why destruction is headed this way.
Yep. And then what they're doing in Hawaii, do you know that people are saying that wasn't like a natural disaster? Like that wasn't... Those fires were not something that just happened. People are starting to...
Yeah, I heard some rumors about it. Somebody said something about a beam from the sky came and hit it.
Oh, and I heard...
You heard about that?
Yeah, that there was beams or something in the sky. I saw that video. You saw the video?
Nah.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, I heard about that later after, people were speculating about what really actually happened in Hawaii and how none of the billionaires that have so much land out there are doing anything except now Oprah did. Oprah flew over there. Oprah has like I don't know, a bunch of acres of land over there. Bezos has land over there. All the billionaires, a lot of billionaires have land over there. I had did I save that video? Because this lady was naming all of the billionaires. I know, I sent it to your phone.
You be sending so much stuff, I can't keep up with it.
It's been quite a while since
Is this it? Oh, no. Yeah, anyway, I don't have it.
Hello, everybody. Just coming on here to give a quick update on some of the...
Oh, and they're saying that there's like thousands of people that died. Not 89, like they were saying. Thousands. And the day that it happened, all of the kids were off school. They didn't have school that day. And the parents were at work. So they couldn't, and the kids were at home. I guess some of them had to stay at home by themselves.
Damn.
And so couldn't nobody rescue,
all them kids.
Exactly. And a lot of the people that were, running, to the water, a lot of them died.
Why, because they couldn't swim or something?
I don't know. I think they had got burned before they got in there. I don't know. But they just said that, they hadn't even gotten the people out of the water yet. And they said that Americans, of course, somebody from America, still visiting, snorkeling in the water, In
Hawaii?
Yeah.
Oh, on the good side when nothing happened.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's so insensitive. Like, y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on. Like, are y'all even helping? Oh, y'all just having y'all's vacation. Like, that, like, mm-mm.
It's messed up, but unfortunately, life goes on. When somebody dies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
life
people who
goes
are
on.
vacationing, they don't care. They just worried about their trip and what they paid for.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, because they think about it. It could be a disaster a block away. Or like, not a block away. Let's say 5 minutes down the street, the whole neighborhood burnt up. Is life going to stop for us? We finna keep doing the same shit that we was doing. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter that we that close. Look at it. All that shit happened in Hawaii. It's no different for people who live 5 minutes away as people who live 500 miles away.
And apparently the place that got like leveled, like completely leveled, the one that starts with the L, how do you pronounce that? Lahaina? Who was trying to buy that land? The Americans were trying to buy that land, and they didn't want to sell it.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
they didn't
exactly. They didn't want to sell it. They wouldn't sell it because it's sacred land, and there's a lot of like sacred stuff that was on that land. Now they're saying allegedly realtors are contacting the people who are part of this devastation, contacting them at this time. Exactly. So they stick together over there. Hawaiians, they stick together. Okay. So it was this lady, she made a video. She was like, you know, if anybody try to contact you, any more realtors try to contact, let her know, give them their name, number, or whatever, because they're going to sit together. They're not selling nothing. And they said that they will rebuild. So, yeah, that is, oh my God.
Devils.
Horrible. Somebody gonna pay? Oh my God. Like, how could you call yourself a human being doing stuff like that? Everything is about money. I didn't never know how serious that really was. But it is so serious. That business and money, like, oh, it's just
by any means necessary.
Sick. It's
gonna
so
get what they
evil.
Want. Yeah, truly.
It is so evil.
They're going to take God in heaven to stop them.
Like, oh my God. Anyway.
How you feel about the man that shot the man that ran over his son, though?
How do I feel about the...
How you feel about that?
Oh, that's what he did? He shot him? I thought he ran him over.
Well, the man ran over the man's son.
Right.
And then I think he shot him and killed him.
Oh, he shot him and killed him. How do I feel about that? I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. I mean, and I feel like he can plead insanity. Like he was insane. Like somebody just ran his son over and he, retaliated.
For sure.
You know what he could use that, I don't know. What? The dude was a threat. He had ran over his son.
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
Somebody, the cop said, in which you can't trust nothing come out these devils' mouth.
What?
Obviously, remember the cop said that they was walking in the middle of the street. I don't know where they even get that from. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're trying to say they might be making it up? Yeah,
they could be making it up, or let's just say it's true. And he come around the corner, boom, he hit the boy and kill him, and then like. I'm trying to like put myself in the situation. I'm like put myself in the situation. Like, wow, imagine that your son just got killed and then this guy did it. Would I have did the same thing?
I don't think
it really depends on how you acting. Cause like if you better be real remorseful.
I know, like, oh my God.
You better be very remorseful. You better not have one inkling of that shouldn't have been in the middle of the street or some shit. Well, if you wasn't in the road.
No, I don't think that you would have did that. I think you would have fought him. You definitely would have fought him. But
I probably would have fought him first, and then I probably, I could see myself doing the same thing. Like, cause that could have been his whole world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my son. You just took my son from me. Yeah. What? I'm supposed to sit here and grieve and have this hate in my heart for you for the rest of my life, and hoping that justice is found, and hope, you know what I'm saying? Or am I just going to just wipe you off right now because I don't like the way that you acting after you just ran over my son?
He wasn't acting apologetic.
Right. Of course
That's
he wasn't.
probably what set him off.
Of course he wasn't.
It made
I
him
bet
go
he acted
insane for a minute.
Said something about where they was at in the road or some shit. I bet you. That's probably why the cop said that. It must have come from the daddy because it couldn't have come from the man because he dead and the boy's dead.
And where was it
so
at?
The man must have told him, why'd you shoot him? When they got him. Yeah.
Was it in Louisiana? Where was it at? Did they say Louisiana?
I forgot. Yeah, the daddy must have said that. And he fussed at us about being in the middle of the road. So I lost my mind. It's understandably.
What would y'all have done?
Man.
I know that I wouldn't have done anything like that.
But even if you jump on somebody you're gonna beat them to death. Like it wouldn't like you gonna stop. Like what is like you just killed my son. Like it ain't an amount of beating that is going to justify this shit. Like, I have to bash your face into the point you suffocate on your own blood and saliva and shit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying. All right. Maybe that's a little too much, but I'm just saying. Yeah, he ran over the wrong man's son. He had that thing on him.
Yeah, he needs a good lawyer because he may be able to get off.
Of course he can get off. Temporary insanity.
Yeah.
But they gonna get on him about that walking in the road shit.
But how dude wasn't even there anymore to even say if they was walking in the road.
It came from the daddy. The daddy explanation of why you shot him. Because, I go deep in my mind.
Yeah, I guess that is the only way they could have got that information. Yeah. But if they walking in the middle of the street, he should have seen them.
Or unless they had a
unless he was coming.
It looked like a curve. I don't know where I'm getting this image in my mind, but I see a curve. I don't know if it was in the video.
Yeah, because that's the only way that he couldn't have seen them.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Anyway, that's it. That's all that I have. Who thinks that Woah Vicky needs to be off the show? I think she needs to be off the show immediately. Like she is a what do you call it? Not an asset, but a what do you call it?
A liability.
A liability. Okay? She's a liability.
Who thinks that the show don't need to be on the air no more? I think they should snatch all type of content like that off the air. That's bad for us to be consuming. It's toxic. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. You need to stop watching it. I'm unsubscribing from that.
I haven't even watched the season yet.
That's why I'm unsubscribed before you even get started.
But listen, they have so many other shows like that. I've been seeing like clips on TikTok, y'all, of just
toxic
women.
shows.
No, just women fighting. Like like there's a show where they just
go
fight up against each other and see who wins
for no reason. Just fighting.
This is serious.
Wow.
Like it's not boxing gloves. This is raw
knuckles.
They fighting. These are women.
What?
Just
raw
like men,
knuckle fighting?
You know how just like men, like y'all have those shows. Yeah. They have that for women. But these are like girls.
Having on little like MMA
no, there's
gloves.
nothing, no gloves. What? This is like girls from around the way.
Where you
outside on TikTok. Outside,
we gotta stop consuming that, people.
Fighting. Like, I'm like, oh my God. It just came over my For You page. I couldn't even believe that TikTok even let that even happen because, like, it's so many of those shows, though. It's a lot of them. I'm like, where is this show playing at? Like, it's horrible. Anyway, I couldn't even watch it. I watched a little bit of it just to see what they was doing. And then I was like, oh, hell no, I can't watch this. This is too violent for me. Like, too violent. Like, it's like nobody's breaking them up. Like, if you get in your behind whoop, you just getting your behind whoop. Like, it's scary. Scary. Okay?
Yeah, because that's what these girl fighting shows is lacking. As soon as the fight start, they come break it up. Exactly. And that's the whole reason that you sitting there wanting to watch the shit is all about the fight. But then the fight don't even really happen. So I guess they stepping in filling that void. Hustlers.
But I think like the security steps in when it's just getting out of hand and you know somebody's being pummeled or what's the word? Pummeled. Mm-hmm. I said pummeled. Anyway, so Crunch Wrap Supremes, 10 out of 10, baby.
And also I could see myself also letting the man live if he would have been remorseful. You know what I'm saying? Like you better be crying and some shit with me. You know what I'm saying? You better be begging for remorse. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, you go. You run on over somebody's son.
And I don't think he did that because I don't think that he would have just.
No, he was pissed. He was mad and honored. I know it.
Yeah.
But now the crunch wrap was good. I should give that motherfucker a 10.
Yeah, honey. Anyway.
And what kind of chips this is?
Now, y'all, these chips right here, y'all probably ain't gonna be able to see them because it's a green bag. They're from. These chips is bomb, huh? Ain't they good? From Late July. I got these from Costco, y'all. They're jalapeno lime chips. They are so good. So good. Yeah, so. Oh, boy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do what? Thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. For everyday videos. Everyday videos. Hey, hey, and we will see you guys on tomorrow. Peace.
Y'all come back now.
Yeah. Bye, y'all. Make sure y'all share this video.